welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. A big welcome back to all of my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for your friendship. A special big thank you to everyone who has reached out to me for a personal reading on Etsy. I really appreciate the opportunity to get to know you more on a personal level. So thank you guys so much for being here and for coming back and supporting me on this channel. I also want to thank all of my new subscribers who have subscribed. Be sure to drop me a comment below if you would like to be entered for a chance to win a free reading with me, and I will be announcing a new name for that draw very shortly, and a big congratulations to this month's winner as well. If you are finding yourself here for the very first time, I do pick a card readings on this channel, so if you are into tarot, please join us, grab yourself some snacks, get cozy, and we'll have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather at my table. Today's pick a card reading, we're looking at the person that's going to be the one for you. So when will you meet the one and how will that happen for you? So we have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 here with the Golden Girl Tarot and the Green Malachite. Pile number 2 with the Tattoo Tarot and the Hematite. And pile number 3 with the Joie de Vivre Tarot, and we have the Red Carnelian Palm. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting from Spirit today, and my timestamps are listed below. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, today we're looking at when will you meet the one for you, who you will build a life with, and how will that happen? How will you meet this person? Pile number 1. Hello, pile 1. You were drawn to the Green Malachite, or to the Golden Girls Tarot, and this is your reading. How are you going to meet the one for you, and when will that happen? So we're going to look at the how first. How is pile number 1 going to meet their person? And we're going to look at when. When is this person going to show up in your life as well? We have the 8 of Swords. We have the 10 of Pentacles. You know, there's this energy coming through of like a disbelief of like, I can't imagine things shifting in my life in this moment. So you may be feeling a little bit stuck in life. The 8 of Wands. And I will say here too that the Spirit says it's not even going to take, you're still going to feel that stuckness when this person shows up in your lifetime, or in your life rather. And things are going to take off rather quickly once you meet this person. For you, pile 1, I do feel like you could meet this person online, actually. And there could be a little bit of a distance or space between the two of you. We have here the Queen of Swords and we have the Queen of Wands. Back of the deck is the 7 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. I feel like you're going to meet this person online, and I also feel like there'll have to be travel involved in coming together in a physical sense. I think that you'll have to take that into account. And I feel like you're going to spend time really enjoying this person and getting to know them for a period of time before that first physical meetup, because there's this desire. It's like there's anxiousness leading up to a meeting. It almost feels like you talk about everything your futures before you physically meet. And I do feel like it's going to start on an online platform of some kind, because it's going to take a big leap of faith. And that big leap of faith sort of comes after you meet them. So here's that Queen of Swords. The way in which you meet them fills you with a little bit of insecurity too. So you may feel like you don't like the idea of meeting someone online. Maybe that doesn't present like a nice story for you when you're, talking to your grandchildren down the road about the person that you grew your life with. But that's why Spirit doesn't want you to put any limitations on yourself or your expectations about how your person's going to show up, because I feel like sometimes we invent these scenarios in our mind, and if our expectations aren't matched, we feel like there's something missing from that experience. So Spirit just wants you to really go with the flow with this one. See things from a clear perspective instead of an emotional one. Don't see the restrictions. They want you to feel the excitement. You're going to be really physically attracted to this person, and because there's a big physical pressure that builds up here. But I feel like there's almost a fear with this person too. I don't know if they're a different culture, or there's just a concern about conflict that it could cause for your family. I feel like this person's different from you, from like a different culture or a different background, or there's just something very different, but it complements very, very well. But there's a concern for you about how your family is going to feel about this person. And they're going to present themselves as such, and I'm smiling from ear to ear because of the energy that they're bringing to the table, because this is someone who is, it's almost like they're going over the top with their bravado, it's like this person will pull out your chair, they will open doors for you. They're just very romantic presenting. They're presenting as a very romantic person. And I feel like the communication will be really intense sometimes too. And it's almost because the attraction is so strong, your logic has to really kick in to control some of that desire in you when you do sort of meet them. You have the Four of Pentacles, because there's an insecurity. It feels cute. It's like a cute little energy that I'm feeling. There's so much insecurity over physical looks too. Like it's like you're worried about what they're going to think of you. They're worried about what you're going to think. But they're going to be super attracted to you, so you don't need to worry about that. We have the Ten of Swords. Back of the deck is the Queen of Cups. And we have the Seven of Cups. Now, this Ten of Swords can seem very ominous in the spread, but this is just a support to these beautiful queens. And what this is really talking about is the end of an old cycle. It's like coming, if you've made it through a dark period, if you've been single for a while, for instance, or you've had some poor luck in love, Spirit says this is worth the wait. It's also worth the effort that you're going to have to put in order to create the change that's coming in too. It's worth, travel. It's worth being vulnerable emotionally. It's worth those steps that you're going to be guided to take, because Spirit says that this is opening up a brand new cycle for you. And you can even see the Queen of Cups here. She's feeling fulfilled emotionally. So she started as the Queen of Swords, a little bit guarded. Here we have an emotional fulfillment, and we have a pot of gold waiting for us at the end of that tunnel. But there's the Seven of Cups, there's the Six of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. So we're going to have to work at taking our masks off. We're going to have to take the steps that we're guided to take in order for this abundance to open up for us. We have here, it is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So don't be concerned about the hows, the whys. Don't let the little obstacles thrust you into a comfort zone. We also have here honeymoon, enjoy the holiday time of bliss together. Now this is, again, I feel like there's travel involved with having to get to this person. I feel like you live apart. But we also have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations will help to bring the two of you together. And the Queen of Swords is exceptionally focused. The Queen of Wands also very, very focused towards their goals. And that's what it's going to require for all of this to kind of transform into what it could become, which is this new emotional start, which can lead to, I feel like, commitments for some, not for all, but commitments, real, true commitments. For someone watching, maybe this person isn't into commitments because they're not quite ready yet. But with time and patience, we can really, especially with the Seven of Pentacles, with patience, this can grow into something that is forever, including those commitments with the honeymoon card as well. Let's ask Spirit about timing, though. Let's ask about timing. When is this person showing up, please? When will pile one meet their person? For someone watching, I feel like you're already communicating with them. But take that as it resonates. We have the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Three of Pentacles. If you are already communicating with someone, don't overthink it. This could be the person. The Two of Pentacles. And for some of you, I feel like you're talking to multiple people. So now you're like, well, which one are you talking about? It's like I'm talking to multiple people. We have the Knight of Cups. Back of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. So Spirit says that this person is going to show up in your life within the year, within 2022. Perhaps for some of you leeching into 2023, but I almost feel like you're already communicating with this person, or you're already involved in the platform where you're going to meet them. So if you're on an online dating platform, for example, or maybe you're in a gaming platform, but it's an online situation. So you may already be talking to multiple people, and maybe you're talking to just one person, but you're on the fence about that person, and this is the person they're talking about because they're calling for some vulnerability. If you haven't started speaking to someone online yet, or if there isn't a connection that's on your mind right this moment, Spirit says that that's going to come up with before the end of 2022, or perhaps into 2023. But Spirit says that it might be 1 to 3 months before they kind of come into your life. But I almost feel like you have already started speaking to someone, and if that's the case, this could be the person that we're being called to be a little bit more vulnerable. And that vulnerability, that little effort and vulnerability, could be just the momentum you need to head from this place of insecurity to the security of the Queen of Cups. But 1 to 3 months and before the end of 2022, for the majority of the collective that is watching today. We have here speak less and listen more. And we also have this, the surrender and the judgments. Back of the deck says dig in and see it through to completion. And these are really important. I didn't even expect that many to come out. But these are really, really important because Spirit wants you to be aware now because it's upon you. This person's coming forward. And so they want you to prepare now so that if you can learn how to quiet your own inner dialogue so that you can listen to the notes of intuition, this will be an excellent way for us to surrender our fears, surrender our control, and to release the judgments of how we meet this person. Again, if there's this, I feel like you worry about the judgments of other people, particularly in the family. Your family, perhaps, you worry about their judgments about how you meet this person. But Spirit just wants you to erase that. It's really doesn't matter to the spiritual scope how it happens. It really matters sort of the effort that we show, or the vulnerability that we show when it does show up for us. So they want you to dig in and see it through to completion. Very exciting pile number 1. Let's get a charm bowl. What can you tell me about this person in the bowl? The person that is the one for pile 1. 3 of Swords. Sideways, 4 of Swords, and we have the 7 of or the Ace of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the Page of Pentacles. Now the 3 of Swords is sideways, this state of limbo. So again, that 8 of Swords that we started your whole reading with, a little bit of a restriction, an emotional restriction, kind of closing ourselves off to love, perhaps. But now we have a new phase coming in. We have this healing energy coming in with the 4 of Swords. And it's during this healing phase, you won't even have completed it. That's what we started with in the beginning of the reading, that this healing phase won't even have time to complete its cycle before the opportunity is upon you. And it's going to start in some sort of form of communication, and for most, it's going to start online. Let's take a look at the charms. We have big ones in the bowl today, so much so that they knocked everything over. Okay, so we have some big ones today. We have the letter V. We have this Triceratops. It's golden and it's got a penny on it, and the penny is lodged in there. It's been lodged in there for like 20 years. I can't get it out. It says 1997, and it's talking about burdens that we've carried from the past, that we continue to carry with us, that we cannot release. We also have here sweet results that await us now because of all the effort and everything we've carried with us. We have the 2 swords in the bowl, and they're crossed over. They don't want you to be passive or indecisive about this person because they say that it's your person. And so it's really going to take vulnerability. It's going to take you putting yourself out there and taking yourself out of your comfort zone. And there's going to come a point where you'll perhaps be on the way to meet them for the first time, where you're going to be like, what am I doing? Spirit says to fight through that emotion. We have the Devil energy with the chain and the Ace of Swords. We have the triangle. I think about mountains. I think about third party sometimes too. So you may have experienced that in the past. But I also think about the healing and overcoming the obstacles. We have the turtle. I think about the Knight of Pentacles and the key. So you may have been in this healing phase for a while. But also this person is very dependable, and this is the person that you may build with and grow with. There's a lot of responsibility associated with the Knight of Pentacles as well. A dependable energy. All right, my dears, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. If it did, I'd love to hear your story below in the comments section, and I would love for you to subscribe to the channel, and please hit your notification bell if you do drop me that comment so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. And I'm going to be increasing the amount of draws that I do for that free reading, so be sure to drop your comment below and hit your notification bell so that I can actually contact you if you're chosen, because I've been having a little bit of a difficulty having my winners reach back out to me. So be sure to hit your notification bell. But I hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the Hematite or to the Tattoo Tarot here, and this is your reading. When will you meet the one for you, and how is it going to happen? So we're going to start with the how today, and we'll move into the when. So how is this going to happen? How are you going to meet the one for you, the one that you're going to build a life with? How are you going to meet them? We have the Hanged Man. We have the Star. I feel like you've been waiting for them to show up. It's like, when is this person? Whoop. And the longer it takes them, the more sort of confidence that you lose that they're going to show up. Because I'm even looking at the floor now. I'm looking at the Hermit energy, and here's that Queen of Wands. You don't like this wait. This delay is frustrating you. We have the Seven of Swords and the Justice. Oops. See the Ace of Wands and the Five of Swords on the back of the deck, but I'm going to put those back and try again. How will they meet the one, please? Page of Wands. Back of the deck is the Hierophant and the Five of Coins. So the Hierophant is all about the ascension. It's about the commitments that are waiting for you with this person, which is wonderful. And then we have this Five of Coins, and there's the King of Wands. So the Five of Coins is feeling ousted. It's like there's this quote unquote reality that you're facing that doesn't feel like it's in alignment with ascension and love. It's like you're facing this reality where you've been waiting, you're losing faith that it's showing up for you. And as long as we're kind of in that mindset, Spirit says it's going to be difficult for us to see the path that opens up. Because with the Seven of Swords, if we're always looking behind us, we can't be forward facing, we can't see the door. And they want us to see that doorway. I'm just going to clarify with the second deck here as we go. How are they going to meet this person, Spirit? They say that this person is going to show up whilst you're in the midst of this frustration. The King of Cups. And I almost feel like you are, and I don't want to say, this is not for everyone, but for someone specifically, it almost feels like you are trying to overcome the heartbreak from the past. So you really want to get this next relationship going because it'll be the proof that you've moved forward. Again, that's not for everyone. We have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles coming out together here. Spirit desperately, they just said desperately wants you to make sure that you wake up and pay attention, because they say that this person could be coming like literally within the month. Like you literally have to pay attention because they could show up very, very soon. Spirit says that for some of you, this person could be involved in your workplace, or there could be a tie to that workplace with the Justice energy twice. That's why they want you to pay attention to your surroundings now, because they say that there's this opportunity in front of you right this moment, but we're not seeing it because we're waiting. It's like we're looking this way when we should be looking this way. It's like we've been intently looking at this direction when everything's coming in on the right. And so Spirit's really adamant that this person could literally be under your nose right this moment. And I feel like this person has been under your nose for the entirety of this healing journey. We have the Page of, yeah, there's the Page of Cups. You can see the fish is crying. Back of the deck is the Five of Cups, and we have the Emperor. So this Five of Cups is really indicating the mourning period that you're coming out of, and how we're kind of stuck in that mourning period, which is requiring a new focus. We're required to retreat so that we can stop that mourning period from precipitating further, because Spirit's really adamant that this person has been present for that in some sort of capacity. So there could be a connection here to the school or the workplace. If you're in school, this could be a school connection. I feel like there's a heavy attachment to your position in work. You may even work in the law field in some sort of sector, so take that as it resonates. But this person has been under your nose. And if you don't know who this person is, that's why Spirit wants you to kind of prioritize clarity for yourself in this moment. And this Ace of Swords, it's hard to sometimes break through the apathy of the Fool reversed. It's hard to break through the loneliness that you may be feeling in this moment, the isolation you may be feeling in this moment. And it's really easy for us to compare our current situation to everybody else who seems to have everything that we want. But that's why the focus is so important, because Spirit says the focus will help you see clearly the opportunity. And I like that it's being presented with the Ace of Pentacles and with the Ace of Cups, because I feel like this potential, Spirit is presenting it as an opportunity for you. So they always want you to know that you have the power to choose yay or nay in any situation. But they're really hoping you'll see this, because this opportunity, the truth is that it's the key to your new emotional start. It's the doorway to a new emotional beginning for you. And right this moment, I don't feel like you're seeing it. You're not seeing what's sitting right in front of you. This person could be a Libra. There's also Taurus energy here as well. Aquarius energy, the Virgo as well. So take that as it resonates. But this is the person that will be key to, commitments and movement and ascension away from feelings of loss. Now this Page of Wands, it's talking about exploration that leads to this Hierophant. So they don't want you to expect this to sort of jump to the altar right away, because there's going to be a period of time where we're going to be exploring this new pathway, and that can lead, and that's why Spirit's very adamant that it's our decision about how we treat this opportunity, but they want us to explore it in good faith. How will you meet this person? We have here romantic feelings. These feelings are real and they're worth exploring. You may already have a focus on this person too, but you may be feeling not prepared or not ready or not confident enough because of where you're sitting in life. We have here make the effort, though. This love is worth the steps that we are going to be guided to take, because Spirit says this could be your soulmate. And I like that, because we have this King of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands here. And what a perfect pairing to head into this ascension of the Hierophant. How will this person show up, please? We have here magic, own your power. And, you know, I love that the magic card came out too, because there's like a sense of serendipity. There's a lot of major arcanic themes here as well. And the Hanged Man here, this frustration, this stagnation that you're feeling in love, it's being followed up by the Judgment for a reason, because the purpose of that is to judge ourselves, to sit in reflection, to look at our whole surroundings, to look at our past, our actions, to resolve, to change or heal anything that feels unbalanced. But once we're in that reflection, it's really a lot easier for our guides to highlight people already in place in our life that would make a good match for us. We have here, immerse yourself in artistic and creative expression on the back of that deck. Let's ask Spirit about when will things open up in this connection? I feel like they're already sort of in your life, but let's see when this is going to open up into a romantic connection. When is this Knave of Wands, this Page of Cups going to open up? We have the Ten of Cups, King of Wands, We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Six of Pentacles on the back of the deck with the Eight of Wands. As I say, I feel like there is still there's already an ever-present opportunity right in front of us with this Ace of Cups. But Spirit said that things could start to really take off by February or March of 2023. That's what they're saying. They were saying that within the end of 2022, I feel like there's going to be a ramping up of this focus, the planting of the seeds potentially. But we see sort of a pathway really taking off in around 10 months. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 2. What can you tell me about this person in the bowl? What is this person like for pile number 2? Seven of Wands. We have the Hermit. We have the Two of Wands. This is somebody who's really responsible. They're sort of a planner. They're a bit of a dreamer, but they're really focused. So they have a lot of goals. This person could be somebody who has goals in the work realm. They could be a really artistic person as well, because I feel like there's a lot of focus, and if they're really artistic, they've worked really hard on that craft. So if they have a skill, they've worked really hard to, like, they're really talented in whatever they're talented in, but they have put in the effort to make themselves talented, if that makes sense. There could be Virgo energy here because they're really strong Virgo energy, but there's a lot of focus with this person. They could also, even though they have a lot of charisma and they have a lot of focus, I feel like they're more reserved and a little bit shyer as well. It's like easy to kind of sometimes overlook. I don't want to say overlook them because they're quiet. And that's why Spirit wants us to kind of open up our eyes to the potential. We have F and Q. We have Apple of Temptation. We have the Siren here. We have the letter C with a little earring. They find you already really physically attractive. I feel like they're already in your life, or they're already aware of you because you're this temptation for them. And there's like unfinished business with this person, with the world. And they are the person that I feel like you will commit with. You'll get that totality of the world, success. We also have baby feet and the little fawn. So this could be the person that you end up having children with. So take that as it resonates, if that is the path you choose for yourself. We also have here the Divine Feminine Shoe. And this is the big stiletto. So they are really going to be attracted to you. You may have to be the one to be a little bit more aggressive in the connection because I feel like they're a little bit shyer. All right, pile 2, that's what I had for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. If it did, I'd love to hear your story below in the comments section, and I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and drop me that comment so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check me out for a private reading on Etsy, and that link is below, rather. But I hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the Red Carnelian Palm or to the Joie de Vivre Tarot. Oops. And this is your reading. Who or when are you going to meet the one, and how is that going to happen for you? So we're going to start with the how to. How are you going to meet the one for you? And then we're going to look at when is that going to happen. So how will pile 3 meet the one for them? How will they meet their person? We have the Five of Wands. We have the Two of Coins. I just heard healthy competition. For someone, I feel like you might meet them at the gym, actually. That's just for someone specific. That's definitely not for everyone. But I almost feel like I feel like you might meet them at the gym for someone watching. We have the Queen of Cups. How will they meet the one? We have the Temperance. I feel that once you do meet this person, I think that it's going to take you or them some time to make the move. To make a move, because there's a lot of insecurity and fear. There's also a sense of jealousy or competition amidst it. So you could be seeing other people. It may start casually for you as well, because we have the Three of Swords here at the back of the deck with the Four of Swords. And this Three of Swords and the Four of Swords, I feel like it could start really casually for you, pile 3. But there's also a lot of intense heat. You can see he's staring at that candelabra, and so there's a sense of focus on you, despite the fact that maybe we've promised to keep things loosey-goosey. Maybe we've promised to see other people, but there's a jealous energy that comes in very, very quickly. So once you meet this person, I do feel like there won't be commitment right away, and I feel like right away they're going to see the value in you. So it's like there's this. You're going to be what tempts them away from this restless energy. You're going to be what kind of tempts them away from this period of their life, because I feel like this is where they're coming from. They're coming from this competitive, running type of energy where they're playing the field and they're seeing other people, and perhaps you are as well. But you quickly make quite the impression on them. How is this going to start? How are they going to meet this person? Star reversed. Because I feel like when they first meet you, you're either dating someone else, or again, it's not a commitment. You've agreed to not commit, or it's not to just be exclusive. And so there is a little bit of a pouting energy that I'm actually getting from this person coming in as they watch you, perhaps with other people. Feeling like there's time being wasted. But that's actually very purposeful. All of that energy that's riled up, the jealousy, is actually going to be utilized by Spirit to help push them into action towards you. And it actually kind of pulls them out of their comfort zone and makes them want to commit to someone. I feel, it makes them want to be someone who is focused on solely one person, and you influence that. We have the Hermit. Ooh. Because there's a huge leap here, pile 3. There's a huge leap here from this boyish type of energy of the Fool, where we don't have a lot of responsibilities and we're just kind of throwing ourselves into situations, into a very focused energy here with the Queen of Cups. Very, very focused with the Hermit. Healing energy. So the Star then turns around. We start to regain hope, and we start to plan. Nine of Swords. I just saw the Moon. I do feel like for someone watching, I do feel like there could be an online component to how this sort of begins and evolves. It may start online, but it doesn't stay online very quickly. We have, it doesn't stay there's the Chariot. It moves very, very quickly. We have the Two of Wands with the Page of Cups. So not for all watching, but for some watching, I do feel like it will begin. Its very beginnings, the seeds will be planted on perhaps an online way. So this could be a dating site, but it doesn't have to be. It can be like an online gaming platform, Instagram, YouTube, whatever sort of online platforms you head towards now. It could have seeds there. So this is where that could begin. It's going to pop up unexpectedly. It's not going to, I don't feel like, it doesn't feel like it's a dating site because you're not looking for it. I don't think you're looking, or you're not looking for love. Maybe you're just looking for a hookup, but you're not looking for love, because the love kind of comes up unexpectedly for both parties involved here. I will say that it sort of pops up when both of you are not ready for an emotional commitment, but Spirit says that sometimes we have opportunities that come forward for us when we need them, not necessarily when we feel like we want them. It says they can see what we need, and they can see the forest through the trees that we cannot. So it's going to show up when you're not really ready for a commitment. So if it is a dating site, for instance, it may not be one that's geared towards commitments, but more of like a hookup type of situation. As I said, it doesn't have to be a dating site. It can also be a gaming site or some other way that you connect with someone online. It could even be through work and emails, but I feel like that's less likely. That's only for one person specifically. Because this person, jumps out of their comfort zone so drastically to change directions with you, there's a little bit of a period of time where they require adjustment. And so there's a lot of anxiety, even, and overthinking. It's like they're trying to be the perfect partner for you or something, and they overthink it. So there's a period of time where that needs to be a little bit adjusted. And again, the Spirit keeps presenting this as an opportunity for this person, because they may be the type of person that gets emotional easily. They may be a Cancer energy coming in. We have the Chariot, so this person could be a Cancer, or perhaps you're a Cancer, but there's a sense of emotional ups and downs with this person because they're trying their best. I feel like they're really trying their best, because they're really, really focused on you. Really focused on you. And they're really attracted to you. And it's this physical attraction, but it very, very quickly turns into a focus on how kind-hearted you are and how, like, there's something about how sweet you are. There's a maternal energy towards you that they really are attracted to. You're like a beautiful, soft place to land. We have here wedding. The situation involves marriage. This will be the person potentially that you will go all the way with. That's what Spirit just said here with the 8 of Wands. Go all the way. We have finances and career are a factor right now too. I feel like this is of a young person. I don't feel like they have, but they're also focused, especially when they have a focus. And I feel like before they meet you, they maybe don't have a lot of direction, but because of your influence, they all of a sudden have a very strong focus towards building and saving. And so there's a little bit of insecurity surrounding their finances, but they very quickly want to get that on track. That's part of the emotional upheaval that I'm sensing as well. We have here children. Your love life is being affected by children. As I said, I feel like they're young, but I also feel like this could be the person that you not only commit with, there could be very traditional values, very traditional checkpoints that are waiting for you in the future of this connection. How will this happen, please? For someone watching, I feel like there might be a bit of a physical distance that you'll have to travel to this person. We also have here by the book, yeah. And new life. On the precipice of a new life. And the Fool here, we have this leap of faith that Spirit says you may be even on the fence about this person, about whether or not you should take that leap of faith. And Spirit says that this is somewhere where it's going to require a little bit of vulnerability for you, but they're really encouraging you to do that. This doorway, the number 11, the Justice, the cause and effect is a commitment that leads to not just physical commitments, but children as well. Let's take a look at the when. When are you going to meet this person? When will pile 3 meet the 1? Three of Swords. It won't be very long. Movement is happening faster than you realize. It's going to be about 3 to 6 months, but for someone, it may be, for one person specifically, or for someone specifically, it could be a matter of weeks before this person kind of pops in an online way. But it could be 3 to 6 months before there's actual physical movement, or you actually physically enter into a relationship with this person. So I feel like you'll start the communication in a few weeks, but it'll be 3 to 6 months before you decide to actually start exploring this new path. But look, the new path leads to the 10 of Pentacles. Again, commitments, security, the building of everything truly together. So a few weeks while it takes off online, but 3 to 6 months before you actually decide to enter into a relationship for you, pile 3. But I will say this, 6 of Cups back of deck is beautiful energy. Like, this person has really good values, or I just really like their energy. They seem really almost innocent in nature. And there's just something lovable about them. And they're very generous with you, and they want to make you a priority, which is lovely. Let's get a charm bowl, please. What will life be like for this connection? Oh, out of the bowl. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Magician. We have the Knight of Swords. This person, I feel like I don't know if they're quiet or just a little bit, it's like they have a hard time forming their words. And I just heard stutter, so I don't know if they had a stutter as a child and that's affected their confidence, but it's like they have a hard time forming their words. I feel like they could be a little bit reserved or a little shy when it comes to speaking their mind, which makes it difficult. That's why they kind of get thrust into anxiety, because they want to say the right thing. And I think that they really think before they speak. But I also, it's because of a delayed in speech, or they had a delay in speech when they were young. And again, that's not for everyone, but that's for someone specific. But there's a lack of confidence when it comes to how they speak. I also feel like this person really likes to travel. And that may be a big part of your life together. We have here the letter F and the letter Y. We have the chain. I think about Capricorn energy and the Devil energy, which is insecurity. So there's going to be some insecurity. There always is when we're about to take a leap. We have here a rocking horse. I think of the Chariot. I also think of children as well. We have the Chariot here. That the children theme keeps coming up. So that if that's a goal for you, this connection will definitely lead you there. We have here a shovel. I think about digging ourselves a deeper pit sometimes with the shovel, but I also think about someone who puts in work in a physical sense. And we have the Ten of Swords with the Divine Feminine here, which is about erasing our expectations about who our partner or the one for us is going to be. We build up this scenario in our mind, and Spirit wants us to be more open to what is about to show up in our life. And it's a beautiful, it's the pink Ten of Swords. So it makes me feel about, optimistic energy and healing the high throat chakra. All right, pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. If it did, I'd love to hear your story below. Even if you have to come back, I would love to hear your story. Please drop your comment below and hit your notification bell and your like button. It helps me to bring you guys more content, and it'll give me an opportunity to enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to drop your comment and subscribe so that I can enter you in for a chance to win. But you can also check me out on my account for Etsy, and that link is below if you feel called to have a personal reading from me. But I really hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a great day.